In every room, there are two kinds of people: those who highlight problems and those who magnetize solutions. One gets hurt and the other gets hired or gets the money. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on when and where you're watching from. You welcome to Professionals Daily Devotion with Olasukomi Opaifa, and we believe that we inspire you to be more here. And thank God it's Friday. We are happy that we are closing this week of the innovation economy on these notes. As you can see on your screen, we are looking at becoming a solution magnet. Stop complaining, start creating. Remember, we said the innovation economy is the economy that encourages three things, and you can be the three: what you create, what you solve, and what you adapt to. Nobody is interested in your complaint. Innovation economy does not have time for constant complainers. Yes, it listens to your pains, but it invests in the people who create the relief. In the old model, yes, you agree that the people were rewarded when they identified the flaws, but now nobody cares about the flaws as much as, compared to caring about those who create the better instead of noticing the worst. So to thrive, you must become one thing: a solution magnet. You are the type that you must be solution based. I used to have a friend growing up. There's no problem you would take to Paul, and Paul will not solve. He is that person. He was that person that wants to say there's no impossibility. And then, of course, that was how we were all growing up anyway. But he was very outstanding with his own creativity, and that became what many of us also transformed into. So you must be that person that do not just attract just problem. You attract the problem are attracted to you because you can transform them into value. Okay, so your attraction is just strong there. So let's look at research. What research says about these people. Leaders, Harvard Business Review says that leaders who are seen as solution oriented are three times more likely to be promoted internally and trusted with higher responsibility. All right, I take that again. Sorry for that break in transmission. In 2024, top 10 career skills, according to World Economic Forum, says that problem solving with action ranks higher than task execution or even technical proficiency. And finally, Gallup Workplace says that employees who focus on solutions rather than workplace complaint have 61% higher engagement and are more likely to lead their peers in initiatives. Of course, now they are more likely to do that. That reminds me the story of one of us, a teacher, Peter Tapichi, who won the Global Teacher Prize in 2019. The story says that Peter was using his own salary to solve problems instead of complaining about it. And check the histories of those who have won Global Teacher Prize, and then even from the top 10 leaders, even the entire top 50, you will see these teachers are outstanding because they solve problems. In 2019, and every other leader that won the award won $1 million as their prize. I mean, it was solving problems instead of complaining about the lack. It was rather, he took it as a leadership call and was solving problems. So, what problem are you solving around you instead of complaining? So, let's look at the framework: how to train your mind to become a solution magnet, how to train yourself to become that. So, it's a mindset, it's a form of skill that you need to possess. And we are using the acronym SOLVE, the framework SOLVE, SOLVE, to talk about this. The first one, SAI, talks about spot the pattern, not just the problem. You see, solving problem is deeper. Instead of you listening to noise around you, okay, why not ask yourself what is the root cause of this and look at the pattern? Maybe in tracing the pattern, you can solve the problem. Okay, complaining is reactive. Solvers look deeper. What's the root issue beneath the noise? Look beyond it. Okay, why are they saying teachers are poor? I mean, can we trace it actually? Okay, why is it that we have network problem in Nigeria, and then anytime this young man comes up here, he will always beg for what did I normally say? Sorry for that break in transmission. Many of us learned from AIT in those days. I mean, you just want to solve that problem instead of just complaining about it. So that's one thing. Okay, so spot the pattern and then know when to break through and when to break in between. Secondly, own your own circle. So you can't solve all problems, okay? But you can focus and dig deep on a particular one in a particular area, like the story of Peter Dabichi. Yeah, of course, there were problems everywhere in Africa, but he focused in his own village, that community where he was, and then from that community it became global. Okay, you may not control everything, but own what's in front of you, that little thing in front of you, own it. I mean, I came up here because of my experience as a school leader and as a teacher too, that most teachers, most school leaders actually lack a form of professional development, motivationals, and the rest. And it's okay, I will take it upon myself every day to drop something here for someone to learn from. And it grew from just being a teacher talk to what is available for professionals. Okay, and this is my own local environment. This is your own cycle there, rather there too. Solve locally to build globally, and before you know it, you expand. L, listen with intent to redesign. You see, complainers are very good at times. You see, sometimes we are advised that, okay, they drain your energy. But if you can train your mind in such a way that you have a sieve and then their noise, you can sieve the solution from the noise away from their complaint, you can be very good. So if you can do that, make sure that every complaint around you, let it be like a prompt to create a solution. When people complain about something around you, yeah, okay, ask yourself, how can that one be a solution? Okay, every complaint holds a creative prompt. Okay, listen for opportunity, not the outrage. Okay, they are complaining about that means there's a problem there. Let's go there. And when you do that, the V there says visualize the alternative. What can we do differently? Okay, have a picture of it. What will the world look like if this had been solved? Create a picture, enjoy the solution in your mind first even before you create it. And then before you know it, you are likely to be propelled from within to solve the problem. I look forward to a time in this country where teachers will surely stand shoulder to shoulder with any professionals anywhere, not just in their status as the knowledge they have. Of course, they have enough, but even financially. So I'm visualizing that solution for education and I'm stopping at nothing to make sure that happens. And the final one, E, there says execute something small. Execute something small. Don't wait to make it big. You know, that's the problem. Perfect time. Okay. Don't wait for a big budget or a new role. No, in that small role you have, start solving a problem. Those students in your classroom, that first student, those first students, five, that little responsibility given to you, solve it as if you are solving the world problem, and as if you are going to get a World Cup for it, and then in no time you expand. Okay, keep on expanding because you can solve four, that means you can solve 10, you can solve 100, you can solve a whole lot of that. Build version 1.0. Start with something today, okay, and then let the movement create momentum within you. It's a beautiful Friday for me today, and I believe it's also the same for you today too. And you want to say this after me as a words of affirmation, as words of affirmation. All right, so say this with me and let's mean it. I am a solution magnet. I listen differently. I lead intentionally. I attract opportunity because I respond with value. In this economy, I don't just work, I solve boldly. Thank you. Enjoy your week. Rest well where you need to rest. It's part of your work too. Okay, make rest your work. And I'm going to also rest and enjoy my weekend, even though yeah, I can look around me and see lots of work I have not really done. And I'm going to be doing that. Okay, thank you so much. Enjoy your weekend. And we'll see you on Monday when we come with something new. And